The alchemist's sleepy garden she. You're safe here. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to think, or try, or carry anything at all. Just let go. Let your eyes soften. Let your jaw unhinged. Feel your hands grow heavy. Feel your breath slow. With each inhale, welcome stillness. And with each exhale, release the day. You're being drawn inward now, like moonlight slipping through leaves. Like steam rising from a teacup in a quiet room. Our story tonight begins beneath a sky powdered with stars, just beyond the reach of time. Tucked behind the worn stone walls of an ancient abbey lost to maps and memory, there is a garden. Not a garden of vegetables or roses, but one made of dreams. And in this sleepy garden, beneath a tapestry of lavender and sage, a lone alchemist tends the night. His hands are gentle, his breath slow. And the plants, they listen to him, because they remember. The garden is not merely alive, it remembers. Each plant stores a whisper. Each root holds a fragment of dream. Medieval herbalists believed that certain leaves recorded memory, and that crushed mint under the moonlight could carry a sleeping mind where it longed to go. Tonight, this alchemist walks the cobbled path with a lantern in one hand and a velvet-bound journal in the other. His robe brushes over the time, which trembles softly at his passing. The sage leans in. The lavender breathes out. Even the owl, high above in the chapel rafters, beats its wings only once, as if in reverence. And now, as he kneels by the rosemary bed, the alchemist plucks a single stem, and whispers something so soft, the earth itself holds its breath. The alchemist brings the rosemary close, inhales the piney fragrance, and closes his eyes for a moment of quiet remembering. Behind him, the wind stirs gently, not to move the night along, but to remind it to breathe. You walk a few soft steps behind him now, not with feet, with awareness, as if your presence drifts just behind his, like mist trailing a lantern's light. He turns toward a small iron gate, almost hidden beneath ivy and hanging thyme. The gate opens with a sigh. Beyond it, the garden spirals inward, circling around a stone cottage with warm amber light flickering behind leaded windows. The path is lined with herbs, feverfew, borage, valerian, all in drowsy bloom. The alchemist walks slowly, his feet silent on the stones, and the garden seems to part for him, inviting, welcoming, remembering. You pause for a moment, take in the scent, not just of herbs but of night itself. Damp earth, a hint of wood, the cool hush that comes just before sleep. The alchemist reaches the door. He doesn't knock. He simply touches the wood, and it opens inward with the gentlest creak. The inside of the cottage glows golden low. A hearth burns, with sleepy embers. Steam rises from a blackened kettle. Above, bundles of herbs hang from the beams, their stems tied in bunches, their leaves whispering softly as they sway in the warm air. He enters, and you follow. Inside, the world slows. The air is thick with sage and old paper. The floors are uneven stone, the windows fogged with breath and time. You hear only the quiet pop of the fire and the soft rustle of leaves remembering something ancient. The alchemist sets down his lantern, unlaces a pouch, pulls from it a few fresh sprigs of lavender, thyme, rosemary, and lays them on a wooden tray. And now, he turns to you. Not with words, just with a look, as if to say, you may rest here. You've arrived. The alchemist places a kettle on the hook above the hearth. It rocks slightly as it settles, and soon begins to sing, not with a whistle, but with a hum, a breath of warmth and memory. He reaches for a ceramic jar. Its lid lifts with a gentle sound like two stones kissing. Inside, a blend of dried petals and leaves, faded pinks, soft greens, crumbled golds. He pinches just enough between two fingers, lets it fall into a small clay teapot. Lavender, mint, lemon balm, and just a whisper of crushed chamomile. The scent rises immediately, and with it, your shoulders drop just a little more. He pours the hot water slowly, letting the leaves swirl and dance. Then he covers the pot, lets it steep, lets the room steep, lets you steep in calm, in safety, in stillness. You sit now, in a cushioned chair by the fire, blanketed in warmth and quiet. A cup is placed in your hands. You didn't even see him pour it, but it's here, and it's warm. You lift it slowly, let the steam brush your face, soft, fragrant, familiar. You sip, and your thoughts begin to fade, like stars disappearing at sunrise. The alchemist sits nearby, in his lap a velvet-bound journal, its edges worn smooth with use, its pages yellowed by time and dreams. He flips it open. There are no words, only pressed petals, ink marks shaped like curling vines, swirls of meaning that feel more like feeling than language. He tucks tonight's lavender sprig between two pages, closes the book, and rests his hands upon it. Then, quietly, almost like a prayer, he whispers, "Every garden remembers." And then, nothing more. Only the fire's quiet breath, only the soft ache of sleep, beginning to pull you under. Outside, the garden waits, still breathing, still dreaming. The owl lifts its wings, again a single beat, a low glide across the moon-silvered air. And somewhere nearby, a rosemary bush turns just slightly, as though sighing in its sleep. Inside the cottage, your cup sits empty. Warmth lingers in your hands. The fire has burned lower. Coals crackle softly, the kind of quiet that invites surrender. The alchemist stands once more, his movements never sharp, only curved like vines around a trellis, like thoughts softening into slumber. He walks toward a narrow shelf, selects a bottle. It's small, made of dark glass, its label handwritten in tiny looping letters. He pulls the cork, and the room fills with a slow scent. Not strong, not loud. It smells of earth after rain, of roots, of stories that sleep beneath the ground. He dips his finger into the bottle, walks to the window, and with delicate care, he traces a spiral on the old pane of glass. One slow curve, then another, until the spiral glows faintly in the firelight. A shape older than words, a pattern of rest. He steps aside. You see it now, and something inside you recognizes it. Not in your mind, in your chest, a quiet, familiar knowing. You rise from your chair, not rushed, not summoned, simply ready, drawn forward by the pull of the spiral. A rhythm that feels like your breath. You follow the alchemist to the cottage door. He opens it once more, and the cool night air kisses your skin. But this time, you do not follow behind. You walk beside him, down the garden path, between the herbs that now glow faintly under the starlight. Every leaf remembers you. Every petal seems to sigh as you pass. The mint swirls up around your ankles. The lavender leans in as if to listen. The thyme hums softly beneath your steps. You are not dreaming. You are becoming the dream. Yes, stay right there, wrapped in warmth, in quiet, in story. The path now winds inward, stone by stone, step by step, into the spiral you saw traced upon the glass, but here it lives. A living path of smooth slate, edged with curled moss and moonlit clover. The alchemist does not speak, nor do you, but your breath matches his, slow, even, barely rising above the hush of owl feathers overhead. At the spiral's center stands a stone pedestal. Upon it a bowl of water still, dark, reflecting nothing but starlight and steam. You approach it slowly. The scent of rosemary thickens around you, grounding you to this place, to this moment. You peer into the bowl, but you see no reflection. Instead, you feel one, a reflection in your chest. A gentle stirring, the echo of your own stillness looking back at you. The alchemist takes your hand. His skin is cool, his grip light. He dips your fingertips into the water, and for a moment the garden disappears. You are standing in a field, barefoot, the grass warm beneath you, the wind soft as breath. The stars above form no constellations, only shapes you somehow know. A spiral, a leaf, a sleeping eye. In your other hand, a book appears, velvet, heavy with meaning. Its cover bears no title, but it feels familiar. The alchemist is gone. You are alone, but not lonely. The book opens in your hands. Its pages are blank, and yet you understand this book is for your dreams, your own memories, your own hush, and now you are ready to write them. Not with ink, with breath. As you close the book, the spiral forms again beneath your feet, and you begin the walk outward, each step returning you to the garden, each footfall pressing a dream into the soil. The stars dim softly, the air grows warmer. The garden rises around you again, cradling you in silence. Yes, let the hush deepen, let the warmth hold you. You're safe, here drifting deeper with every word. The spiral carries you forward, each turn wider now, each step lighter. Your feet no longer feel the stone beneath them, only a soft weightlessness, as though walking upon memory. The alchemist waits ahead, just outside the Spyro's last curve. His lantern glows steady, casting golden rings into the garden's breath. You reach him. He nods once, then gestures toward a bench of worn oak beneath an arching hawthorn tree. You sit. The wood creaks gently beneath you. A welcome, not a complaint. Above, branches sway with sleep-heavy blossoms, pale and fragrant. Each petal falls slowly, like a thought being released. The alchemist sits beside you, silent, present. He opens the velvet-bound journal again. This time a new page reveals itself, written in silver ink. The garden keeps what you let go. You read it once, then close your eyes, and breathe it in. A breeze stirs the herbs. Sage brushes against your ankles. Mint fills the air again, bright and clean and cool, and the owl returns, silent as snowfall. It lands on the branch above, its head tilting. Eyes wide with stillness, it watches, but does not judge. Because here, nothing asks anything of you. Not the alchemist, not the ALL, not the garden. Only this, to rest. To let your thoughts drop like petals. To let your breath fall like dusk. To let go. And so you do. One thought at a time. Until there is no need to hold on. Until the garden begins to dream with you. Yes. You're drifting now, effortlessly, like Mistover Meadows are dawn. The garden hushes even further. The night is deeper now, yet it doesn't feel dark. Only soft. Only full. The fireflies have begun their slowdown. Little pulses of light drifting through the rosemary hedges, flickering above the sleeping basil. The owl remains above, tucking one wing under the other, its presence grounding. And beside you, the alchemist hums. A low, warm tone. Not quite a melody, more a vibration that settles into your chest and tells your bones. It's time to rest. He reaches into his robe and removes a small bundle of herbs wrapped in linen, tied with fraying thread. He passes it to you. You hold it gently. It is warm, faintly scented, a sachet of crushed leaves, dried petals, and perhaps something you can't quite name. You press it to your chest. It feels right there, like a heartbeat remembered, and with each breath, its scent begins to work through you. Lemon balm, lavender, a whisper of valerian, and the quiet weight of sleep slips further across your shoulders. The alchemist rises. He leaves you with the bundle, but not with emptiness. He returns to the spiral, not hurried, not fate, just returning, as if becoming part of the garden once more. You watch the glow of his lantern curve around the spiral's turns, until it disappears into the herbs, and you sit, alone, and not alone. Cradled by hawthorn, rocked by silence, held by the breath of the world. The sachet rises and falls with each inhale. Its scent guides you deeper now, not into thought, but into peace. And the garden begins to fade, not away, but into you. It becomes part of your breath, part of your chest, part of your sleep. Yes, close your eyes a little heavier now. The hush grows slower, the dream draws near. Your hands rest softly in your lap. The sachet of herbs still warm against your chest. You lean back against the bench. The wood seems to shift with you, offering itself as if it, too, wants you to rest. A breeze moves through the hawthorn tree, rustling the leaves in slow, whispering wave, like the hush of a grandmother's lullaby sung without words. You look up through the branches. The stars shine through the gaps, not twinkling, but glowing, steady, soft, and slow, almost. Sleepy, a petal falls into your lap. Pale pink, scentless, perfect. You watch it, rest there, still as your breath, and you think of nothing. Not because you try, because there is simply nothing left to think. Only this moment, only this hush, only the rhythm of your breathing as it deepens. The owl stirs above. Its feathers shiver once. It tilts its head, looks down at you, and then it closes its eye. Even the watcher of the night has surrendered to stillness. The spiral path glows faintly in the distance. You can no longer see the alchemist, but you feel him, like warmth from a fire in another room. He does not need to speak, because he left you everything you need. The journal, the hush, and now the sleep. It folds over you like a blanket of moss, like the dusk settling gently across an open field. Your body, your breath, your thoughts, all becoming still. Of course, let the dream deepen now. Let the night hold you in silence. The garden no longer surrounds you. It cradles you. Each blade of grass, each petal, each root below the soil. They know your presence. They welcome it. You are not a visitor here anymore. You are part of it. a hush that grows, a breath that lingers. The sachet of herbs warms with your heartbeat. Its scent softens still further, no longer distinct, no longer separate. It smells like you, like your rest, like your soul gently quieting. The fireflies have gathered in a slow spiral above the hawthorn tree, drifting lazily, one by one. Their lights blink out, not all at once, not suddenly, just gently, like eyelids growing heavy, like stars preparing to dream. And then, a sound? Not loud, not sharp, a soft flutter, like pages turning in another room. You open your palm. The velvet-bound journal has returned. You don't remember picking it up, but it's here, and this time, there is writing, only one page. Just 3 words. You are home, you smile, not with your lips, with your breath. You don't need to read more. You place the journal in your lap, place your hand over it, and close your eyes. Around you, the spiral glows once more. Faint, steady, not as light as rhythm. It pulses gently, like your breath, like the turning of dreams, like roots growing slowly in deep soil. The owl sleeps, the hawthorn sighs, and you drift, heard home. Yes, let your breath melt into the silence. Let the story rock you deeper still. The spiral fades into the soil. Its rhythm now lives inside you, a quiet turning in the center of your chest, not moving quickly, not even moving outward, just gently turning, like a windmill with no wind, spinning simply because it remembers how your thoughts are gone now. Not pushed away, not lost, just resting, like dried petals between pages. Safe. Still, you don't need them now. You only need this breath, this body, this hush. The bench beneath you is no longer hard. It feels like a cloud pressed into wood. Supportive, weightless. You let your spine settle, let your hands fall limp, let your mouth part just slightly as sleep rises like a tide beneath your skin. The sachet at your chest is silent, but, it dreams too. It remembers the garden, just as you do. In the quiet, you hear the sound of your own breath. Not loud, but whole, like wind between reeds, like foam on the shore, like firewood shifting in the hearth soft. Alive, endless. A new breeze moves through the hawthorn tree. The petals don't fall this time. They rise, just 1 or 2 floating upward into the night like lanterns, without flame, and then silence. A silence so deep you feel it like a blanket tucked behind your ribs. You've reached the deepest part of the garden now. Not with your feet, with your breath, and it will hold you as long as you need. Yes, let your breath grow even slower. Let sleep weave itself through your limbs now. Somewhere in the distance, a bell chimes once, low faint, as if underwater. It marks stillness. It rings not to wake you, but to seal the hush. You do not open your eyes. There is no need. Everything you need to see is already here. Inside, within, around you. The garden is no longer a place you enter. It is a place you became. You are timed at the path's edge. You are mint, brushing bare ankles. You are the curl of rosemary wrapped in the firelight. You are not dreaming. You are the dream. And in this dream, there is no end. Only unfolding. Only spiral after spiral of deeper quiet, deeper calm. You feel yourself sink, not down, but inward. Toward your center. Toward your hush. Toward that sacred chamber, where nothing is asked and everything is forgiven. The sachet at your chest pulses faintly. The owl lifts its head, sees that you have become the hush, and so it spreads its wings, silent again, and disappears into the dark to carry your stillness somewhere else. Somewhere needed, back at the center of the spiral, a new sprout breaks the soil. Small, bright, steady. A leaf unfurls. The first dream you ever gave the garden. It roots here now, because you rested, because you remembered, because you let go. The alchemist smiles in his sleep, and the world breathes. With you,
Yes.
drift further into the hush. Let every breath carry you deeper into the dream. The earth beneath you no longer feels like ground. It feels like memory. Soft, ancient, and endlessly patient. You lie back now, though you don't remember leaning. The bench melts away. The hawthorn becomes sky. And you become stillness. Your limbs are warm and weightless. Your chest rises slowly, and your thoughts, if any remain, are clouds dissolving before they take shape. You are not asleep, night. You are floating between the breath and the hush. and nothing here asks anything of you. The stars begin to move, not fast, not frantic. They drift gently into spirals of their own, echoing the path you walked, the path you breathed. Above you, constellations form and dissolve a mortar, and pestle a spiral shell. An open hand. They shimmer only for a moment, and then rest again. You watch without watching, receive without reaching, know without needing. The sachet's scent is barely there now, but not gone. It has simply become you, and somewhere on the garden's outer edge, the wind picks up again, just enough to make the rosemary sway, and that sound, that gentle sound, finds your ears like a lullaby whisper from root to root, leaf to leaf. It sings of release, of peace that takes no effort, of sleep that needs no permission. It tells you that you've arrived, and now you may rest. Yes, sink deeper still, as if the earth is holding you in its palms. You are safe, unburdened, and drifting gently. There is no more story to follow, not because it has ended, but because you've stepped fully inside it. The line between memory and dream has blurred into breath. The alchemist's cottage, the winding path, the spiral garden, they all live inside your stillness now. You've walked the whole way back to yourself. There is nothing left to seek, nothing left to hold. Only the letting go. The stars grow faint above, not from clouds, but from calm. Even light begins to rest, and the fireflies, those last keepers of flickering glow, slow their dance. One by one, they settle into leaves and stems and petals, nestling in as you do. The owl has flown, the fire has dimmed, the journal rests closed upon your chest. Your breath is no longer something you control. It is simply happening, soft, sure, steady, and somewhere in the hush, a voice as old as the garden itself, neither male nor female, neither far nor near, whispers you have always belonged here. The voice is not heard, it is felt, in your spine, in your lungs, in your fingertips, and it stays with you, even as everything else falls away. The spiral glows one final time, then fades, like ink washing from cloth, like footprints disappearing in moss. You do not grieve it, because you have become it. The spiral is now the rhythm of your sleep, the breath of your dreams, the shape of your stillness, and it will carry you through the night without sound, without fear, without end. Yes, let yourself be carried now. No thoughts, no weight, just the current of calm guiding you. Now the garden begins to disappear, not because it is leaving you, but because it is folding into you. The mint becomes your breath. The time becomes your heartbeat. The lavender settles behind your eyes. The alchemist does not return, but somehow you feel his smile, not on your skin, but inside your bones, a warmth that doesn't need fire. You are not alone. You are never alone in a place that remembers you, and the garden always remembers. It will remember this moment, this breath, this stillness, even when you're not aware of it, even when you're far away, even when you're dreaming of something else entirely. It will still be here, inside, quietly blooming. And now the world narrows, not in a way that closes, in a way that cradles. The stars pull inward, the trees blur into shadow, the herbs become warmth, then memory, then sleep. Everything is dimming now, the edges soft, the sounds low, the hush whole. You are not moving, but something within you is gliding, deeper, further, safer. You don't need to remember the journal. You don't need to remember the petals. You don't even need to remember your own name. Only this, that you are part of the stillness, that rest belongs to you. That sleep is not something to chase, but something to return to. And you have returned. At last, the world falls silent. Even your thoughts whisper now, and the garden breathes for you. Yes, let go completely now. You are floating in warmth and breath and peace. Nothing moves, not even time. Only the breath remains, soft, widening, fading. Each inhale now is longer than the last. Each exhale, deeper, more complete. Your body is no longer separate from the world around it. It is a garden of its own, woven with stillness, rooted in quiet. Your hands lie open at your side. You do not remember placing them there. They rest like fallen leaves, loose, letting go, no longer holding anything, not even sleep, because sleep is holding you. The sachet has become part of your breath. Its scent no longer rises from your chest. It moves through your ribs like a soft tide. Lavender for calm, mint for peace, chamomile for the long, gentle drift into everything and nothing. You are not dreaming, you are resting. There is no image to follow, no path to walk, no story to complete. The tale has tucked itself around you like a woolen blanket warmed by firelight, and all that's left is the comfort of floating. The owl sleeps, the alchemist dreams, and the garden hums beneath the earth. It does not ask you to wake, it does not ask you to leave. It simply promises that the hush will wait for you. Always. Now, let go of even this voice, even these words. Let go into the garden within, and sleep. Yes. There is no need to stay awake now, no reason to hold on. Let this next breath carry you even deeper. You are beyond effort now, beyond shape, beyond thought. Even dreams are slowing, unwinding, fading into a velvet sky. There is no direction here, no before or after. Only this, a space so quiet it pulses with peace, and you are resting at the very center of that pulse. The garden no longer exists as a place, it is a rhythm, a hush, a memory your breath remembers. The alchemist is gone now, not lost, just dissolved into the same stillness that holds you. His footsteps are yours, his garden your body, his silence your sleep. And so the last images float away. The rosemary hedge, the cobbled spiral, the owl's feathered flight, the warmth of your tea, gone, not forgotten, but woven into the hush. They will greet you again, someday, when the world grows noisy again and you return to seek quiet. The garden will wait, it always does, because sleep, true sleep, is never far. Let yourself fall fully now. Fall inward, fall down, fall through the breath and into the roots where nothing asks, nothing speaks, and everything rests. You are safe, you are whole, you are held. And this hush, this deep, slow hush is yours. Yes, you're floating now, held by hush, carried by quiet. Imagine your breath as a spiral, not a spinning one, not fast. A slow curl, like steam from a teacup, like vines wrapping an old wooden post, like time growing without needing to be seen. Each breath circles softly around you, widening, widening, until it disappears into sleep. You are not watching the story anymore. You are resting inside it. The journal has closed. The pages no longer flutter. The garden gate is sealed with silence, but you are still inside. Nothing can wake you here. Nothing stirs, because everything is still. Even the sky has stopped turning. Even time has forgotten to tick somewhere. Perhaps a kettle hums on the hearth, but it's not calling for you. It's simply warming the space where dreams are made. The chair near the fire still holds your shape. The sachet of herbs rests quietly where your chest used to rise and fall. But you have drifted even beyond the cottage now, past the walls, past the gate, past thought. You are where the hush lives, and it welcomes you. No stories left to tell, no petals left to fall. Only the earth breathing gently beneath you, and the sky folding inward like a soft curtain at the end of a long day. And in this place, you will sleep, yes. No need to lift a thought. The hush will carry you now. You are more still than the trees, more silent than the stars, more timeless than the stone paths the alchemist once walked. The sachet's scent is gone, but its peace remains, not around you, in you. You are not remembering the garden anymore. You are the garden. You are the root that drinks moonlight. You are the spiral carved into soil. You are the hush that settles between petals just before they bloom. In this place, there is no fear. Not even the echo of it, not even its name. There is no need for anything. You are not trying to sleep. You are sleep itself, drifting as mist drifts, directionless, gentle, free. And if a single breeze were to move your thoughts, they would simply dissolve, like dew at first light. But there is no light now. Only warmth, only dusk that never darkens, only deepens, and your breath follows it, willingly. The alchemist's garden is quiet now, truly quiet. Not a silence that asks you to listen, but one that invites you to melt into shadow, into root. You are safe, you are gone, and yet you are exactly where you've always belonged. Yes, you're deeper than dreams now. There's nothing left to do but rest. Now, even the shape of your breath is softening. It no longer flows in and out. It simply is a quiet hum beneath awareness, beneath effort, like wind moving through the hollow of a shell. No urgency, no edges, only motionless, and that motion is holding you. The soil beneath the garden is ancient, older than memory, older than language. And now it cradles your sleep, not as earth beneath your body, but as warmth surrounding your soul. There is no body anymore, only rest. And that rest, it grows. Each breath carries you deeper inward, until even the center of you begins to dissolve. You are not sinking, you are returning to the beginning, to the spiral's heart, to the moment before thought. Somewhere far away, a feather drifts to the ground. No one sees it, no one hears, but the hush takes notice, and the world grows one breath quieter. That's where you are now, at the edge of that breath, at the still point between what was and what never needed to be. The spiral stops spinning, not because it ends, but because it has become everything. There are no more turns to take. You are held at the center, and you do not need to move again. You are whole. You are home. You are asleep. Yes, you've reached the center of the hush. The quiet now breathes for you. You are no longer resting in the garden. The garden is resting in you. Its roots curled gently behind your ribs. Its petals bloom beneath your skin. Its hush breathes in time with your stillness. You are the firefly drifting through time. You are the rosemary sighing under moonlight. You are the petal resting on old stone. There is no story left to follow, no path left to trace. The story is asleep, and you are curled within its dream. There is no wind, only warmth, only the steady rise and fall of a world at peace. And you, no longer watching, are wrapped in that peace. Like a note held in the longer, softest chord, like a cup filled to the brim, but never spilling, never emptying. Somewhere, the cottage still glows, but you are not there, not anymore. You have become something smaller than a whisper, and greater than silence. You are rest itself. Nothing reaches you now. Not thought, not memory, not time, because you are beneath them all. Cradled, unmoving, whole. The hush has folded you in completely, and it is humming now, a lullaby made of breath and night. And you are the last note, still, lingering, loved. Yes, you are weightless. Nothing remains but warmth, stillness, and breath. There is no boundary between you and the hush anymore. Even the memory of separation has slipped beneath the soil. You are not beside the herbs, you are inside them, woven into leaf and root, petal and stem. You do not feel the ground beneath you, because you are the ground, the stillness beneath all things, the moment before morning, the sigh between heartbeats. Somewhere in the far distance, the Alchemist's journal remains closed, resting, sleeping. Its pages do not stir. Its ink does not fade. Its words have already been spoken, not aloud, but within your breath. And they remain here, etched gently in your stillness. You are home. You are home. You are home. The herbs in the garden lean toward the start, but you do not lean. You float. You glide without motion, drift without direction, sleep without dreaming. There is nothing to find, because you are no longer seeking. Even your name is curled inward, tucked under your tongue, like a petal that no longer needs to bloom. If someone called for you now, you would not stir, not because you cannot hear, but because you are so deeply at rest that all sounds simply dissolve before they reach your stillness. And still, you fall deeper, each breath taking you one layer further into warmth, into peace, into the sleep that gardens itself around you. Yes, let the last pieces of waking slip quietly away. You are deep in the roots of rest now. Even breath has become a memory. Not something you do, but something that happens around you. Like wind brushing past closed shutters, or shadows slowly shifting on stone. You are beyond doing, beyond even being. You are simply here, in the hush. As the hush, the stars have gone dim, not from clouds, not from sleep, but because the light within you no longer needs reflection. You carry your own glow now, a warmth that requires nothing, as soft as chamomile, as ancient as sage. And this glow doesn't shine, it rests. It breathes quietly, like the scent of mint pressed between fingers, like the final flicker of firelight. The AOL has not returned. It knows you do not need watching now, that your soul has dropped so gently beneath the branches of awareness that not even dreams can find you. You've gone to a place where silence plants itself and never withers, and there, you sleep. No sound, no shape, only warmth, only spiral, only stillness coiled like ivy within your chest. The sachet's gone, the journal closed, the story complete. and yet you remain sleeping, growing, becoming nothing but peace. You're beneath even the whisper of dreams now. Let everything else fade. The hush is no longer something around you. It's the very fabric of your being. Your edges have soft, melted, disappeared. You are no longer touching the garden. You are the garden. You are the pause between petals. You are the slow turning of soil. You are the silence that falls just after the fire dies. No need for form. No need for thought. Only stillness. Endless. Effortless. Infinite. Above you, if you could see, the sky has become a velvet canopy. Just deep, deep dusk. The color of sage in moonlight, of memories left open too long, and you rest beneath it, not curled, not stretched, just held, a body-shaped hush in a world that has nothing to ask of you. The garden sleeps with you, every root exhaling, every stem reclining, every leaf bowing in slow gratitude for your stillness. You are its lullaby. You are the warmth between shadows. You are the hush beneath the hush. There is no going back now, because you have already arrived. There is no sound, no pull, no need, only this, a depth so gentle, so complete, that even time forgets to pass. And in that forgetting, you fall a little further still. Let the last echoes dissolve. You are deep in the spiral now where even dreams sleep. There are no more edges, not of your breath, not of your thoughts, not even of the night. Everything is soft here. Everything is slow. You don't float. You don't drift. You simply rest, as if the garden itself has become breath, and you, a single exhale, suspended forever in the warmth between worlds. The rosemary no longer stands tall. It reclines with you. Its leaves as still as yours. The time has stopped humming. Its roots are wrapped around the spiral's center, cradling it like a sleeping child. The lavender sways once, twice, then stills, as if it, too, has heard the final whisper of the alchemist's voice. Sleep now. Everything remembers. Even the moon has dimmed its glow, not gone, just softened, wrapped in the hush that you've become. It watches, not as a guardian, but as a witness to your return. You are not the sleeper anymore. You are the sleep. A long breath woven through garden paths and petals and old pages left open to the stars. You've left the cottage, left the sachet, left the chair, left the steam rising from the cup, and become the hush they were always guiding you to. There is nothing more to remember. Nothing more to feel. Only the slow hum of peace as it curls around the edges of a silence that will never need to wake. Even now, you drift deeper into the quiet beyond quiet. No more thoughts. Not even faint ones. No more sense of self. Not lost, but gently folded into the spiral. You are the breath the alchemist once whispered into leaves. You are the warmth sealed in pressed petals. You are the hush that lingers in the pages of the velvet-bound journal. Time has no direction here. There is no before, no after, only now. And even now has grown, so still it barely exists. You've become the pause between two petals falling, the space between inhale and exhale, the rest between dreams. The owl does not stir, the wind does not rise. Even the herbs have fallen into a deeper kind of silence, a root-deep silence, the kind only known by things that have lived 1,000 nights beneath the stars. And now so have you. You do not move, because movement has no meaning here. You do not wake, because wakefulness has no purpose now. You simply rest, not on a bench, not in a bed, but in the cradle of the garden's memory. And there, with nothing left to carry, you are free. Nothing remains but breath, and even that feels like mist now, soft, circular, and yet still here. Now the hush deepens past words. You are where all stories come to rest. There is no line now between the garden and you, between sleep and being, between silence and breath. You have crossed the final threshold, the one with no gate, no door, no name. Only peace, pure and undisturbed. As old as the stars, as soft as moss warmed by dusk. The spiral has vanished, not because it ended, but because it was never separate from you. It lives now in your stillness, turning without turning, guiding without moving, rooting you deeper into the center of rest. No image remains, no memory lingers. Even dreams now sleep beside you, folded, wrapped in petal and ash, kept safe by the earth you've become. Somewhere in the deep night, a garden gate creaks, but it is not an opening, it is a closing, a sealing, a soft reminder that you are already where you were always meant to be. No one needs to follow, No one needs to call, because you've brought the hush with you. Because you are the hush now. You are no longer being held. You are the one who holds everything and nothing, and still you sleep. Even silence breathes softer now. You're beyond the threshold where only peace remains. The spiral doesn't turn anymore. It simply is a resting pattern, not drawn, not seen, but felt in the rhythm of your sleep, in the gentle stillness of your bones. There's no need to trace it. It knows where you are, because it's part of you now, like the scent of sage, like the hush of dusk, like the soft memory of being held. The journal, somewhere, has closed for good, its cover warm with dreams. Its pages no longer blank, each one now filled with your breath, with your rest. You wrote nothing with your hands, but the hush itself has written your presence across every page. Not as ink, but as stillness, a story told without sound, a lullaby remembered only by roots and stars. The alchemist's chair sits empty. The fire has burned to faint red embers. The cottage has exhaled. But you are not missed, because you are not gone. You are everywhere. In the spiral, in the leaves, in the soil that dreams in its own slow time. Even light no longer finds you, not out of absence, but out of reverence, because something so deeply at peace asks for no illumination, only stillness, only continuation, only the gentle hush of what never needed to be named. And in that hush, you rest. Not once, not for a moment, but always. Let everything dissolve now, even the breath, even the thought of breath. There are no more shapes, not of leaves, not of stars, not of self. Only warmth, only hush, only that soft, deep quiet that asks for nothing and gives everything. The world beyond the garden fades, but not in darkness, in gentleness. You do not remember where you came from. You do not remember why, but that forgetting feels right, like the moment a candle forgets it was ever flame, and simply becomes heat. You are that heat, now subtle, steady, soft. No story remains, no beginning, no end. You have stepped off the path, beyond the spiral, into the still point, the sacred center where nothing moves, but everything rests. Even your name is gone, not arrest, not abandon, just return to the hush that gave it, and you are not lost without it. You are found, because here, names are not needed, only presence. Only peace. Only the sweet surrender to stillness so complete it no longer holds. It becomes, this is not the middle of the story. This is not the conclusion. This is the breath between all things. The sleep that weaves itself into the roots of the world. And you are inside it now. Wrapped in it. And perfectly whole. You are where sound cannot reach. Where even dreams kneel in silence. There is no higher, no deeper, no beyond. A here that stretches gently forever, without direction, without change. No pulse, yet everything is alive. No motion, yet everything is becoming. The hush is not around you, it is of you. It breathes not through lungs, but through being. Even stillness has faded into something soft, something beyond still, beyond quiet. This is not sleep. It is older than sleep, wider than rest, truer than silent. You remember nothing now. Not time, not lavender, not the spiral, not the alchemist. And yet, you are them all. The crushed leaf, the turning path, the lantern that flickered in starlight. They were never outside you. They were you, reaching gently back into yourself. No story whispers, not even the breath of a page. Even time has curled beside you, asleep. There is no waiting, no watching, only present. The kind that doesn't announce itself. The kind that is always here, beneath every surface. And now, you've slipped into it, like a seed into soil. No struggle, no end, just rest that never needs to be earned. And in this final softness, you remain, still, without boundary, without, held by nothing and everything. You are no longer falling, you have become the ground. You are not drifting anymore. You have settled, not onto a surface, but into a state. A place without shape or sound. A hush that doesn't wait, but welcomes. There are no seasons here, no cycles, just an eternal evening that glows faintly with the memory of stars. If the alchemist were still watching, he would smile. But he doesn't need to. You have carried his hush so deeply inward that even his watching has become part of your sleep. The warmth of his lantern, the press of his hand, the spiral of his path, All of it lives quietly inside your breath, now curled, complete, and still. The sachet no longer needs to rest on your chest. Its scent has vanished. Its petals return to soil, because you no longer need symbols. You are the peace they offered. You are the rest they promised. You are the sleep they summoned. There is no line between you and the earth. You are as rooted as time, as silent as sage, as soft as the memory of a lullaby no longer sung, but remembered in the hush of your final breath before dream. And so, there is no farewell, only a hush that deepens, only a breath that forgets itself, only a stillness that becomes so wide it no longer ends. And there, within it all, you sleep. There is nothing left to do now, only be. There is no longer even a sense of resting. No effort, no motion, not even a breath to follow. You are beyond rhythm, beyond dreaming, beyond even the idea of time. And it is here, in this soft and sacred absence, that you truly arrive. You are not arriving at a place. You are arriving at being, a kind that has no edges, no identity, no need to define itself. It simply is. And you so quietly are part of it. The garden does not remember you with leaves. It remembers you with hush. It remembers you with soil that holds no mark, yet carries your rest as surely as its own roots. Nothing here asks. Nothing here names. All that exists is peace. Endless still. Weightless. You are not asleep anymore. Farther than forgetting. More present than thought. Even your shadow has faded. Because you've become the space between light and nothing at all. And that space holds everything. No more whispers, no more story, no more breath to count. Just the vast and perfect stillness of the hush that waits beneath all waking things. And now, it holds you. Let this final descent carry you gently, as softly as dusk folding into night. You are no longer the dreamer. You are the dream. Not imagined, not invented, but remembered by the earth itself. You are a breath pressed into stone, a sigh folded into soil, a hush so old it has forgotten sound. And yet, it sings, silently, through you. Even the spiral has gone still. It no longer turns. It simply rests as a presence. Round, warm, whole. It holds nothing. It asks nothing. It simply is. And you are within it. A center within the center. A stillness within the still. No need to wake. No need to wonder. You have passed through every door, every petal, every page. You are the empty cup now. Not lacking, but full of peace. So full, you overflow into silence. And in that overflow, the hush grows wider, deeper, softer, until it is no longer holding you. It has become you, and you have become nothing but rest. No pulse, no dream, no word only. Sleep. You are almost entirely gone now. But not lost, just deeply, fully held. There is no garden now, not in form, not in sound, not even in memory, because the garden has returned to its true shape. Not a place, but a hush. The hush between heartbeats, the hush beneath the soil, the hush that lives in the sky when the stars go dim. And you are that hush, drifting without direction, resting without time. Even the warmth is no longer felt, not because it has faded, but because it has become you. You are not wrapped in peace. You are peace. Like the moment just before snowfall, when the wind stops and the world waits in perfect silence. You are that wait, that silence, that space. No more motion, no more form, only this. A rest so total that even the memory of waking has dissolved. No more path, no more petals, no more pages. Just the quiet spiral holding itself forever. And at its heart, you. The story cannot end, because endings require sound. And there is none here. Only quiet. Only breathless, endless rest. And that rest is you. You are beyond endings now. There is only the hush eternal and whole. You are no longer in the garden. You are no longer the alchemist. You are not the dreamer or the dreamed. You are the space in between. The breath before sound. The hush that asks for nothing and gives everything. You are deeper than sleep, deeper than peace. You are rest itself, its essence, its breath, its silence. There is nothing more to become, and no shape to return to, no sound to follow. You are beyond return. You have crossed the final fold of stillness. And on the other side, there is no other side. There is only now. And now has no shape, no name, no border. It simply is. And you are within it. Somewhere, beyond the hush, the world still turns. Time still ticks. Dreams still bloom. But they are far from you now. So far, they no longer matter, because you have reached the place beneath the garden, beneath the breath, beneath the self, and it holds you without holding, loves you without word, rests you without end. There is no telling where you begin and where peace ends, because you are not beside it. You are not cradled in it. You are it, and you sleep forever in that truth. Oh, are closer than ever now, to stillness complete and eternal. Nothing moves, not time, not breath, not even thought. You are not in a body. You are not in a garden. You are not in anything at all. You are simply here, without location, without form. A presence so still it hums quietly through the hush. A soundless song, made not from voice, but from peace. The spiral sleeps now. Its turns have curled in, becoming a single point. A center so deep that even stillness cannot reach further. And you rest at that point, not as something inside it, but as it. The center is you. The sleep is you. The quiet that never stirs is you. This is not forgetting. It is remembering. Remembering who you were before names, before time, before waking. And now, that remembering returns you to a kind of being that doesn't require only peace. And peace, here, is all there is. The story cannot return, because there is no need for it to. All things have come home. The journal, the fire, the breath, the scent of lavender. Folded, resting, still, just like you. And still you drift, without moving, still you rest. Without shape, still you sleep. Without end, because now you are the hush the story always sought to be. Let the final hush gather around you. You are the last breath before the world sleeps. No more petals fall, no more footsteps echo, no more wind stirs the rosemary. Everything is still, and stillness has never felt so full. You are not ending, you are not fading, you are completing, becoming the quiet conclusion that was never meant to be read, only felt. A silence so deep it becomes warmth, a warmth so constant, it becomes truth. There are no echoes now, not because they've died away, but because they were never needed. What rests here rests completely. Without reflection, without repetition, without return. You are not between moments, you are beneath them, where nothing ticks, where nothing waits, where everything simply is. And so, as even these words dissolve, not because they end, but because you no longer need them, the spiral closes around your sleep, not a closing off, but a soft, infinite embrace, a coil of silence that hums with belonging. You do not know your name, you do not remember the story, but you remember peace. The kind that doesn't visit it, the kind that doesn't speak it holds, the kind that doesn't pass it simply is. And now, so are you. So rest, gentle dreamer. You have traveled far, through hush and leaf and flame. You have reached the garden's heart, and in it, your own. There is nothing more to hear, nothing more to feel, nothing more to carry. Only this, the hush, forever.